We're learning more tonight about the criminal investigation into the use of force by Clark County deputies against an inmate at the Clark County Jail.
Audio recordings conducted by investigators are shedding light on what happened that day from the deputies' perspective and from the inmates. Fox 12's Simon Gutierrez joins us now in studio with what we've learned. Simon.
And we filed a public records request for the full investigative report put together by the Pierce County Sheriff's Office, who looked into the matter at the request of the Clark County Sheriff. Interviews conducted by investigators raised questions about the tactics used by corrections deputies.
Video released by the Clark County Sheriff's Office last month shows deputies entering a cell where an inmate is already handcuffed. At one point, a deputy forcibly shoves the man toward his bed, then face first into the cell wall. Moments later, the deputy lifts the inmate's handcuffed arms toward his upper back and pushes him back toward his bunk. In a recorded interview with investigators, the inmate describes what was happening from his point of view.
My throat is basically on the top of the bunk. He's pressing down on my head, basically, you know what I'm saying, cutting my breath off.
Later during the encounter, the video shows deputies attaching what the sheriff's office describes as a tether to the inmate's handcuffs, with the deputies then forcefully pulling the tether until the man's arms are pulled backward through the meal delivery slot on the cell door.
I didn't even know they was hooking a tether to me, you know what I'm saying? I thought they was just gonna raise up off me. I didn't even know they was chaining me up, you feel me? They drugged me across the floor like a slave, you know what I'm saying? Like this was Mississippi burning or something.
Investigators also interviewed 4 deputies involved in the incident. One deputy said he'd had a previous interaction with the man during which he struck the inmate with a closed fist. The Clark County Sheriff's Office has said the man has a history of violence toward corrections officers. Investigators also asked deputies about the use of the tether to restrain the inmate.
So you were the one that put the tether on. Is that something that is your correction deputies are trained in how to use, or is it some?
There was, to my understanding, I wasn't part of it, but some training. We have a unit called the SRT, Special Response Team. They were given training on it, and then my understanding was they were supposed to train other deputies in how to use it, but there was never any formal training for it.
And one of the deputies involved in the incident declined an interview request by outside investigators through his attorney. He was placed on administrative leave by the sheriff's office. In a statement last month, the Clark County Sheriff said he was very troubled by what he saw in the video. The case is being reviewed by the Clark County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. I'm Simon Gutierrez, Fox 12 Warrior.